All right, guys, we've got another Fanatics Weekly Auction recap. This is weekly auction number 139. It ended last night on Sunday, September 16th. Some extremely interesting results, which has led me to, I think we're going to look up of the highest 48 selling cards, we're going to look up 24 of them in Card Ladder. So data galore. Some of it is very revealing. A couple of cards came back to earth as I prognosticated, as many who have been in the hobby for years prognosticated. And then we've got some Victor Wembanyama information that you guys are going to definitely want to see. Of course, as always, we've got Jordans, we got Kobe's, we got LeBron's. We got a lot of stuff to get to. Enjoy the video. If you've got a bunch of unwanted inventory that you've been sitting on for days, weeks, months, years, ship it to Fanatics Marketplace and let them do all the work. Just make sure when you ship it, you use the promotional code CAJUN, all capital letters, C-A-J-U-N. All right, guys, Bryan with Cajun Cardboard coming at you from the great state of Louisiana. We've got a ton to get to this Monday morning. Of course, it's Fanatics Weekly Auction number 139 recap. We're going to look at the top 48 cards. First, let me pay some bills. Two things. Number one, I want to show you something. You have got my word, no more energy drinks. I've got plenty of energy. I don't need help from a stupid energy drink with a bunch of metals that are included in there that I can't pronounce. So I'm kicking the energy drinks. I gave my wife, Mrs. Cajun, my word today, no more of that. We're not going to have any health issues because of me doing something voluntarily stupid. So water only for me, especially when I do these videos. It shouldn't slow down my rate of speech. It should still be quick and dirty, and that's what she said. All right, so the other thing is I want to get this out of the way because a lot of this has been talked about in the hobby recently. I'm just going to give you my list right now. These are the entities within the hobby that I have a business relationship with, so I want to make sure I am very clear and transparent. Card Ladder, yes. Fanatics, yes. 90s Auctions, yes. Basketball Card Fanatic Magazine, yes. And PSA is the most recent business affiliation. They've all wanted a piece of Cajun Cardboard. I finally decided to, and YouTube, obviously, I decided to monetize on YouTube. I apologize in advance if you get some commercial about how to make your crank bigger or longer or harder or stronger, or you see a couple of old people in the bathtub, or somebody's trying to sell you some type of pharmaceutical. I apologize in advance, but I'm trying to feed my kids and I'm trying to do this thing on a more full-time basis, so we had to cross that threshold and pull the trigger with the YouTube monetization as well. So hopefully it's bearable. So those are my affiliations. I wanted to get that out of the way. Obviously, I'm showing you some cards on Fanatics Collect Weekly. If you want to support the Cajun Cardboard channel, the primary way you can do that is buying and selling on Fanatics Collect. If you're buying, use the affiliate link. That is so rude of me. That is Fanatics calling me right now. Number one, if you want to support the Cajun Cardboard channel, you can buy on Fanatics Collect. Use the affiliate link that's in this YouTube description. You can also sell on Fanatics Collect. That's the promo code Cajun. A couple of times people have messaged me and said, hey, I'm trying to use your promo code. I won 4 cards last night for $10,000. And I'm like, you're killing me. Affiliate link is to buy cards and support the channel. Promo code is if you're vaulting or selling cards on Fanatics Collect. All right, enough of paying bills. Let's get cranking. Top 48 cards. A Jordan 86 Fleer, true rookie card. BGS 6 does 3120. The first card we're going to look up is none other than the great Victor Wembanyama. And here is the card in question. It is from 2023, tops now, whatever that means. This is his draft autograph, serial number to 199. It is a PSA 10, and this is going to be a recurring theme. This is exactly what we knew was going to happen. There's going to be, I said there might be 100,000 Victor Wembanyama rookie autographs. I don't know. I'm throwing that number out there. Some people said, no, it'll be more like 50,000. It's going to be 50,000. I can tell you that right now. So here we go. We got 199 just in this particular parallel from Topps Now. Last night, this one sold for $3,360. There's the card right there. That is down from $5,500. So that is a $2,000 drop from the last one. It was $4,500 before that, $4,375, $3,900. So the worst out of the last 6 sales. Watch this. I am going to sort it by price. This is a card that came out of the gates at 5,500, 55, 52, 51, 45, 45, 43, 40, 4,000, 4,000, 3,900, 3,900, 3,900, 3,800, 3,700, 3,700, 3,700. Do you guys get the point? It is dropping. The card is dropping. I don't know how many different ways I can say it. I'm going to show this to you like 5 times on Victor Wembanyama Gem Mint PSA 10 cards, and I think every one of them is serial numbered. So it's not base, it's not silver, it's serial numbered Victor Wembanyama Gem Mint PSA 10 cards that are dropping like a rock, just like we knew they would, just like we've seen year after year after year. It doesn't matter how great the player is. Cards are going to find a saturation point post-release as these pop reports get settled. All right, let's keep moving. That's Victor Wembanyama Exhibit A, a 9.5. This is a great image on this star card, really great image. In 1986, there was a 10-card Michael Jordan only set. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And this is the Pro Stats card number 4. This BGS 9.5 did 3,360. We've got an autographed Jordan in black and white with a hand serial numbered out of 45 from 2013 Upper Deck All-Time Greats. That BGS 9 did 3,720. A BGS 7 86 Fleer does 3,720. Let's look up Anthony Edwards. Let's go outside the box. This is not Jordan. This is not Kobe. This is not Shaq. This is not Steph. Let's look up. This is not LeBron. This is Anthony Edwards, the next Jordan, right? The next Jordan. And again, I love Anthony Edwards, so don't take that the wrong way, Anthony Edwards collectors. His 2022 Spectra Color Blast Prism. This is not a rookie as far as I recall. I think his rookie was 2020. Again, I haven't collected Ultra Modern in quite some time. But this PSA 10 is a Pop 8. I really like these cards. I think these are great looking cards. I've got it pulled up. There's the card. I mean, I think it's an awesome looking card. Let me know in the comments. Do you like the horizontal? Do you not like the horizontal? I don't have a problem with horizontal. Maybe it's because I like the 90s. Dynamic Dunks, Row Zero, Frequent Flyers Club. We could go through the millions and zillions of horizontal cards from the 90s. But this Anthony Edwards Prism Color Blast is significantly down. So came out of the gates. It's only sold 3 times in a PSA 10. Remember, it's a Pop 8. So this card has, I wonder how many Color Blasts are out there. How many have been graded? 12 have been graded by PSA. That is not a lot. I never would have guessed that. 8 of them are 10, so it's a card that grades really well. 67% gem rate, even down here in Louisiana. 5650 out of the gate on my birthday, June 3rd, 2024. On my 50th birthday, wow. 4,150, so big drop there. Big drop again last night. So this card has coming down pretty significantly, and there's only 3 sales out there. So something to keep in mind. Let's find the bottom for that Anthony Edwards, and then Anthony Edwards people can go nuts. 86 Fleer Michael Jordan. This one has an A sticker, top 30%. This PSA 9 did 3840 last night. A Jason Tatum horizontal. This is his rookie year. It's the bronze parallel. It's serial number to 25. Really cool looking patch right there. Where is the hobby on Jason Tatum? Somebody fill me in. I've never seen anybody out there post Jason Tatum cards.Maybe it's the way that I filter my Instagram. I don't ever hear anybody talking about him on YouTube. There's just a lot of confusion because he's a really good all-NBA, first-team all-NBA, ultra, super wing who just won his first title. But Jaylen Brown won the Eastern Conference MVP and the Finals MVP. So I think there's just a lot of confusion out there of whether he's what they call paper champion. What is he? Somebody let me know in the comments. Am I crazy? I think he's a 10 to 15. Some people think he's a top 5 player in the NBA and the next great one to take the torch. I don't know. I got to coach against the kid when he played for St. Louis in the EYBL when he was a sophomore in high school. He's a badass. We knew he was going to be a badass then. The question is, what is he? Is he a mega ultra superstar or is he just a star? LeBron James 2003 old PSA typewriter label here, baby. PSA 10 does 4,080. I remember when those were doing close to 40,000. We've got a Nike swoosh Immaculate Collection brand logo, serial number to 2. Steph Curry BGS 8.5. That's a big old patch right there, 4,200. The next card we're going to look up, the 1996 Skybox Premium Rubies Michael Jordan. This is a Tier 2 hierarchy card. Tier 2 hierarchy. What is this voodoo you speak of? check it out. Look in the YouTube description. If you're interested in collecting 90s cards, go check out the playlist on this channel, the Michael Jordan Hierarchy. You won't be disappointed. You also need to buckle up because there's hours and hours and hours and hours of videos to watch to really enjoy yourself and learn a little bit more about collecting 90s basketball cards. Anyway, Tier 2 Hierarchy card, the Forgotten Rubies, because this one's not serial numbered, but it is a Rubies, and it's kind of a precursor to the Star Rubies, which are serial numbered to 50 and whatnot. This is the 96. It's a PSA 9, which is a pretty good grade right there for that card. Here it is. Great looking card. The way you could tell the difference between this card and the base is that the labels are ruby colored, basically red. So you've got the Skybox Premium stamp in red and the Jordan verbiage down there in red foil as well. This is a Pop 20 as a PSA 9. Check it out, people. This is up 88% over the last 2 years. And the last one sold for $4,050. This one jumped a little bit to $4,200, so a little bit of a jump there. Not the highest price in the last 2 years, but the second highest price in the last 2 years, and the second highest price out of the last 6 sales. So good sale right there. Next to that, we got the 2003 Exquisite Collection Extra Exquisite Michael Jordan patch. Sit down. Are you ready for this? Serial numbered numerator 1 out of 25. So all of the nerdy people out there are freaking out. It's serial numbered 1. There's your premium. BGS 8.5. This one sells for $4,440. Next, we've got a very, very yellow Dunkin' Go Nuts. It's got a gold NBA sticker. I'm not sure how. Maybe this is a bad picture. Let's click in just to be really safe and careful here. That looks grayish, goldish, urine colored to me. That does not look crystal clear. Again, I guess if you took a picture of it with a legal pad behind it, it would look yellow. I don't know what's going on here. I don't know if this was a Fanatics faux pas or if maybe Mike Baker gave it a sticker it didn't deserve. I don't know what's going on with this, but that doesn't look clear to me. Maybe it is clear. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. 31 bids. That one goes for $4,440. We got a lot of cards to look up, guys. I can't wait. Speaking of, the 1986 Fleer Kareem sticker. This has got an eye appeal 15%. We know that the sticker PSA 10 is like a what? Pop 16 now? What is it? Pop 15 is the PSA 10. This PSA 9 last night did really well. Why? Because it had an eye appeal sticker. That's why. So over the last 3 months, it's really flat, but this would be the highest sale last night of 4,107. No, wait. Something had to have happened. There must be 2 sales last night. Yep, I was right. So there's 2 sales last night. One on Fanatics Weekly for $4,440. One on eBay, 4 Sharp Corners, one of the bigger consigners, for $3,908. So eye appeal sticker, it looks like maybe a $500 premium. I'll let you guys do the math on that. But that's what the PSA 9 looks like. And that card brings back great memories. All right, Victor Wembanyama Exhibit B. This is the second Victor Wembanyama sale that I want to talk about. This is his 2023 Prism Red Choice, serial number to only 88. This is a PSA 10. I've got it pulled up. There's the card right there. We want to know the pop. Cajun, tell us the pop. Well, guess what? It's a Pop 88. It's already been graded 65 times. 1 million of those are cracked and resubs. There's 45 10s. That's a 75% gem rate. 75% gem rate on a basketball card. That is not something I'm used to saying because I collect 90s cards. But there's 45 PSA 10s. It sold last night for $4,680. If we go backwards chronologically, $5,000, $5,800, $4,461. That's a draft pick card. $5,400, $5,500, $5,000, $5,000. So as you can see, if we look at the price, highest price ever paid, $7,500. The card is coming down. The card came down last night about $320, but it's over $1,000 down from the sale before that. It is up technically from the sale before that. So again, just pay attention to the Victor stuff. It's not done coming down. That card is not going to continue to rise. It's not going to get over 6,000 again. Those days are over. 1984 Star Court Kings 5x7. If you've never held these Star 5x7s in your hands, you're really missing out. I've owned a couple of these, this one namely, and I think I had it at a BGS 9, which is a pretty good grade. I wish I had it now because I'd sell it immediately. I sold it before the rush. it was huge in your hands. It was literally like holding a X-Men comic book in your hand. The thing is huge, and we know, look, I'm just going to zoom in. The image is massive. If Star Pumpers, if all the Star jockeys out there would stop talking about the 101, this is really the card that they should be hyping up, because the image is better. It's actually good. It's not Jordan getting a rebound and fundamentally holding it over his head and not bringing it down so it can get stripped. This is an incredible image with the black and red illegal Jordan 1s that I owned as a fourth or fifth grader. I can't remember. He's got all his gold jewelry on. He's winning the dunk contest. It's sick, right? It's just filthy. And some people out there say this is the first Jordan that was printed, and it's the first Jordan. So I don't know. Somebody else can, one of the Star lovers can chime in and tell me what they think about that being the first card and not the 101. 1994 finest refractor MJ wearing 45. Of course, there is a 23 version, but it's extremely, extremely rare. It's my understanding. This is the 45 with no coating the way God intended. And yes, I lost it because I don't own this card. I think I own a 9 maybe. Was thinking about the 10, but I knew what was going to happen. I got blown out of the water. That won't be the last time. I lost every single auction that I bid on last night, and I'll be honest with you, I bid on about 15 cards last night. They were all Jordans, and I went 0 for 15. I'm not exaggerating. I think I went 0 for 15 last night. This 1994 finest refractor, number 331 PSA 10, sold for $4,920. There's the card right there. It is a pop only 41. That's Glenn Rice's number for those of you scoring at home. Up 32% over the last 1 year. That is the highest price in the last year over the last 6 sales. Last night, $4,920. So really good sale last night. Congrats to the seller. Congrats to the buyer. I just wasn't going to chase it to the highest price paid in the last year, which means I'm never going to win on a Jordan card that matters. Now here's something interesting. The Kobe 96 Flair Showcase Row Zero. This is, I'm going to go out on a limb and say this is the best of Kobe's Flair Showcase rookie cards. Row Zero would trump 1, 2, 3, or 0, 1, and 2. This is the Row Zero. It sold for $5,040. It's the card I posted on my Instagram. I really thought the card was going to sell for more than this. Let's check it out. Here it is right here. There's your card right there. Pop 70 card down. And it's way down because it was $59.12 just in June, 3 months ago. Came down to $5,406. Came down again to $5,040. I like that from a buyer perspective. That's the lowest sale out of the last 4 sales over the last 6 months. I'll be honest with you, I really do like that purchase. It's almost coming back to where it was in 2023. Of course, if we look at it since 2022, it's down 20%. It's really kind of held steady just a bit. It's not crazy up, not crazy down. We do have one outlier here. We do have one high sale of $5,900 here. But I like that purchase for the buyer. I think that's a really important, really valuable, and a really good looking Kobe rookie card right there. So I got the buyer winning on that one, to be quite honest with you guys. And it really kind of surprised me because we've seen some Kobe cards going up, but not as Row Zero Flair Showcase PSA 10. Interesting. High voltage BGS 8, high voltage 500 sells for $5,160. And now we've got one of the oddballs, guys. This is the Michael Jordan Tony's Pizza S33. And you're going to look at this and say, I've got that card. I've got that card. No, you've got one of the 800 trillion 1991 Fleer normal cards that were printed. This is the weirdo oddball Tony's Pizza S33 card. If you want to know more about it, go on TCDB or go on Beckett and you can learn about the history of Tony's Pizza. I never ate it. I don't know if it's good. I was always a Tombstone pizza. If I was going to get a fake pizza, I was going to get a Tombstone. This is 1991 Fleer Tony's Pizza. It's a pop 6. Okay, so what happens when it's a PSA Jordan, PSA 10 Jordan, and it's a pop 6, even when it's a Tony's Pizza card? This is what happens. It's a $5,160 sale last night. That card is way, way down from this sale right here. Something is going on. I want everybody to kind of keep this in perspective. This is weird. This does not make any sense. This card sold for $12,000 at a Fanatics weekly auction back in July. I'm calling BS on that. I don't think that happened, and I don't even remember talking about this. Maybe I did. I think I did talk about this, and I thought to myself, inorganic, doesn't make sense. Let's keep an eye on this, and here's keeping an eye on it. Here's what's going on. The card was $5,500 on eBay. Then it sold for $12,000 on Fanatics Collect Weekly. And then last night on Fanatics Collect Weekly, same auction house, same auction format, weekly auction, sold for $5,160. So I'm going to guess This one here did not get paid. So the Card Ladder folks need to check that out. Maybe do some digging. Maybe call the folks at Fanatics and ask them, hey, did this 12,000 thing get paid? Because if so, this guy took an ass whipping right here from 12,000 down to 5,160. 5,160 sounds about right. Maybe 5,000. Interesting card there. Again, there's not a huge demand. It's not a hierarchy card because it's what I would consider an oddball card. So, I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments about that sale. All right, we need some more evidence. Cajun, we don't believe you. We don't think Victor Wembanyama cards are going down. We think those cards are going to the moon. We think he's a great player. We don't care that they printed 100 million, 300 billion, trillion of his cards. All right, well, here's evidence. What are we on? Exhibit C. Exhibit C, the 2023 Victor Wembanyama Orange Wave, serial numbered to 60. There it is. There's the card. I like the card. I like the Orange Wave cards. I like the old Ruby Wave cards when they first came out. I think they're great looking. Serial number to 60. So we're getting even more rare here, right? We saw the 88. We saw the Topps Now autograph 199. Those are both coming down. What about the 60? Now you're getting to some rare stuff. Well, let's see. In chronological order, in reverse order, this one last night sold for $5,280. Before that, $5,500. Before that, $5,800. Before that, $6,000. Before that, $6,300. You don't have to be from Baton Rouge, Louisiana to understand those are numbers that are getting smaller as time goes on. So if we go back to June of 2024, 6,300, 6,000, 5,800, 5,500 down to 5,280. Where does the next one fall? If we look at the price when it first came out, my God, it was 11,000, 9,500, 8,700, 8,000. Do you see the trend here? How many times do I have to click on a Victor Wembanyama card and show you what's happening? Again, I think he's transcendent. I think he's going to be one of the greatest players in the world. I think he already is. I bet money on him to win the MVP on FanDuel because the odds were just too damn good. So I'm a huge Victor fan, but I'm not an idiot. I'm not going to go out and pay any money for any of his PSA 10 stuff right now. It just doesn't make any sense. You got to follow the numbers. Words Talk number screen. 1997 Topps Chrome Refractor PSA 10. Yes, I got my butt handed to me again. I loved this one. The coloring was good. The centering was damn good enough. This one sold for $5,400. Jordan's second Topps Chrome Refractor. Of course, his first refractor ever was the 93 Finest number 1, which is a big time card, tier 2 hierarchy card. This is his 97 Chrome Refractor number 123. This PSA 10 last night sold. There's your card right there. It's a pop 64. Look where it sold. That is the highest price in the last 1 year. So the last 10 sales, this is the highest price. $5,400 last night on Fanatics Weekly. That is a good sale right there. A card that seems to be trending upward. BGS 9 Topps Chrome White Refractor, Kevin Durant. It looks like a normal refractor from the picture. If you zoom in, it'll be white. Serial number to 99. This BGS 9 did 55.20. A Jordan cut above and a BGS 9 slab did 55.20. What about this Rockstars Refractor PSA 10 Michael Jordan? It's a PSA 10. It's a hierarchy card. It's a refractor. It's Michael Jordan. 57.60 last night. Is that good or is that bad? Where are we? Here we are. There's the card. Two of them sold last night. So we're going to take the average of the two, and that's what you'll see on Card Ladder, 57.60 and 58.50. So almost what and what on that one between, again, eBay 4 Sharp Corners doing battle with Fanatics Weekly. They both sold at the same time. This time, the 4 Sharp Corners on eBay did a little bit better, but both of them did just fantastic. These are the last 2 years worth of sales. 23 sales, what a coincidence. And the last 2 sales last night were the 2 highest sales in the last 2 years. So a card that is clearly trending upward. I'll highlight this for you. That card is up 47% over the last 2 years. Again, it is only a pop 70, which is pretty interesting. Star 1985, Michael Jordan, Star PSA 8. Did I look this card up? I did. It sold for $57.60 last night. Star's been on fire, especially the PSA 8 Stars. Last night, the card comes down. So there is our first indication that logic and a piece and sanity is returning to the hobby. The last one actually sold on December 1st, 2023 at a fixed price of $6,000 before all of the chaos of the recent 60 days regarding star cards. This card sold for about $240, $239 less last night. So keep that in mind. All right, do we need Exhibit D? Let's just do it. We'll do Exhibit D. Victor Wembanyama Blue Ice. Serial number to 125. Apparently people like blue more than they like orange because the orange is serial number to 60. It sold for $52.80. The blue is twice as many and then some, and it sold for $6,300. So I don't know why blue ice would be better than orange wave. Maybe it's just rainbow chasers and somebody really needed this blue ice. I don't know. But this serial number to 125, Victor, I know I've got it pulled up somewhere. Let's find him. There he is right there, Victor Wembanyama. Here we go again. 6,300. Last one sold for 6,600. Before that, 5,950, 6,100, 6,000, 6,000, 6,300, 6,000, 5,800, 5,900, 6,000. So this one seems to have steadied. So I will say this, that's a steady sale. It's down 300 from the last one, but it's probably the second highest out of the last 5 or 6 that we looked at. It is a pop 76, so it is, again, a 76% gem rate. This is relevant. This is important. If we sort it by price, though, remember, there are people out there that are holding this card for double, right? So this card came out of the gates, 13,000, 12,000, 12,800, 12,700, 10,000, 9,000, 8,000, 8,000, 7,000. So there's what? 15 people out there that own the card for more than it sold for last night. That tells me that we're still looking for that saturation point. It tried to fight back last night. It came down about $300 from the last sale, but it was up from the 4 or 5 before that. So as rainbow chasers start to fill their rainbows, especially Victor, there's gonna be a lot of rainbow chasing on Victor out there. Set collector types have now turned into rainbow chasers. Not that kind of rainbow chasers, the Victor Wembanyama Prism rainbow chasers. And this one sold for about $300 down last night, but not bad if you look at the last 6 or 7. So Exhibit D is not the end of the world. I'll put a big question mark on that one. We see this Steph Curry every single time. BGS 9, 6,300. LeBron James, I thought this was a great looking LeBron James autograph card. This is his 2005 Ultimate Collection. Ultimate Collection was the exquisite before exquisite. This is his Ultimate Collection, LeBron James Auto, PSA 10. No grade for the autograph, but, you know, again, I'm not an autograph expert, but it looks pretty damn good to me. Probably could have graded the autograph. 51 bids, and this one sold for $6,300. That third year Ultimate Collection LeBron James Gem autograph. And then we've got a 98 Upper Deck Hard Court, High Court Michael Jordan, serial number to 1,300, PSA 10 Pop 2. So there's 1,300 of them out there. There's only 2 PSA 10s. That tells me that this is a very difficult card to grade. I didn't look up the sale, but I'm assuming it's going to be a record. Somebody else can look at it and look it up in the comments. This one's a little outside the box as well, but that's a big time card right there because it's only a pop 2. And when there's only 2 Jordan gems out there, we know what happens amongst the Sharks/Whales. All right, we got to look up the next star card. This is the Crunch and Munch Jordan PSA 8. So we've seen Star struggle a little bit so far. Again, I just want to call it like I see it. We've got another star right there. Now, I've been on record. This is my favorite Jordan Star card. I do like the 5x7 Court Kings, number 26. I really love that card, but this is my favorite of the Jordan cards. It's a close-up image of Jordan. The tongue is almost out, and it's yellow, and it's got the Crunch and Munch down there, which was like a fake brand of Cracker Jacks from what I recall. But this one sells for $6,600. That one is also down from the last sale. So on Probe Scene on August 2024, that's this year, 2 months ago, 1 month ago, almost to the day. This one sold for $7,000. Last night it sells for $6,600. So there's another one that come down a little bit. Again, I don't know how much. I wouldn't take that to the bank and run with it and say Star is crashing, but it's an indication, again, that logic and order is being restored to the hobby. All right, Exhibit E. This is the 5th time we're going to look at a Victor Wembanyama card, and we're going to get this out of our system so I don't have to do this on every one of these auctions. Here is his purple Tops Now. We saw the regular Tops Now, serial number to 199. This is his purple parallel. And this one is serial number to only 25. This one's holding its head better. Again, it's down $800 from the last sale. So that's a big deal, but it's holding its head better considering what some of the other sales were. This is the 3rd worst sale, but it's also the 3rd best sale. It's right in the middle out of 5 sales. Again, the lower the serial number, I think the more protected your Victor Wembanyama investment is. Let's just put it that way, right? Because you're not going to have a bunch of cards flood the market. You're not going to have a mass exodus out of cards like you will with a 199 or an 80 or a 90. This is a serial number to 25, and it's probably going to grade well as well. Yeah, 58% gem rate, but there's only 10 of them out there. So I feel like cards that are lower serial numbered are going to be a little bit more protected against the price drop that is inevitably coming and will continue to occur for Victor Wembanyama cards. Rave Reviews Jordan PSA 9. We know the PSA 10 is a whale of a card. This is the PSA 9. We're going to look up 2 of Jordan's most classic, most recognizable, epic cards from the 90s, both of them in mint grades. This first one is the Rave Reviews PSA 9. Sold last night for $7,200. That is the highest sale of the last 5 sales over the last year. Only a pop 26 in PSA 9. Watch this. The PSA 10, like I said, last sold for $21,600 in 2022. We haven't seen the card in 2 years in a PSA 10, people. It's a pop 17. So I question you, what will the next PSA 10 sell for? More than $21,600? I think so. Card Ladder seems to think it's going to have risen a little bit because it's tied to the Jordan Index. And if the PSA 9's any indication, then yeah, it's probably going to sell for around 23, 24, 25, assuming it's a really clean PSA 10 copy and a new PSA 10 label. So here we go. This card was $5,000 on January 1st, 2024. That's this year, right? The first day of this year. It's up 37% last night, 7,200 right there. So good sale right there for the seller. Good sale for the buyer. I like buying that card in PSA 9 because it's damn hard to find a PSA 10. Kobe 99 Topps Chrome Refractor. This is a Pop 10 card. This one sold for $7,500. It is off center. It's hard to miss that. Here, I'll click and show you. The first thing I noticed, left or right, it's off center. But again, there is a level of tolerance with PSA. It doesn't have to be perfect. Great looking color, great looking image on that card. Very low pop. PSA 10 card there. Bear with me. Let me get some water. Guys, go check out Basketball Card Fanatic magazine. Make sure you use the promo code Cajun if you're going to buy Basketball Card Fanatic magazine. Do me a favor while I'm drinking this water. Pause this video. Go to BCF MAG. BCF MAG, that's Basketball Card Fanatic mag, short, right? .com. You can go buy all of the past digital issues, right? If you missed out and you're like, damn, I wanted to get it, you can buy a hard copy where you get a mail day. You actually get a magazine in the mailbox. For you young people, magazines were these printed things you used to read, right? But you can also, if you're one of these young cats and you're moving too quick and, magazines are not your thing. Using your eyes to read printed paper is weird to you and you just want to see it online. Go order a Basketball Card Fanatic magazine. You can get every single digital issue that has ever been released. Just make sure you use the promo code Cajun because you get a 10% discount on your order. I think Adam is selling the past digital copies for too cheap. He's giving you like 48 copies for a chintzy amount of money. Use the promo code Cajun, it gets even cheaper. All right, let's keep going. We've got the Cornerstones downtown with the silly face Doncic. What do you call it a silly face for, Cajun? Well, let me just zoom way the hell in so I can show you. This is the kind of thing that gives kids nightmares at night. Look at that dude right there. Tell me that dude hasn't kidnapped some people, thrown them in a van, and driven off, right? That's human trafficking happiness right there. That's just creepy as hell. Never noticed this little dude with a sombrero sitting on the burro in the background on top of that plateau. There's so many strange, creepy things about this. Why is there a rabbit with a bandana around his neck? What kind of weird, domesticated rabbit creature is that? Something about this card creeps me out. I wouldn't touch it. That's my best advice. Stay away from that card if you want to sleep at night. Moving along, we got a Jordan Noise Boys BGS 9. Oh, I know I looked him up. Here we go, right here. I mean, this card, guys, for those of you who have never held one of these cards raw, you can bend this card. You can roll it up into a tube and it'll pop right back into place. It's made out of some weird, like, plasticky thing where it's bendable and malleable, I think is the word. Maybe that's not the right word. Pop 69, ooh, sexy. This BGS 9 sold last night for, guess what? The highest price, $8,400, that has been paid in the last 2 years. Card's up 10%, but it's really a little bit better than that because somebody snatched this bad boy in a BGS 9 for $4,000 back in November of 2022 when the hobby was crashing. Even Jordan cards were crashing. The hobby is going to hell in a handbasket. And then here we are where cards are breaking all-time records and, breaking post-2021 records. And at the very worst, the highest price sold in the last 2 years, $8,400. So from $4,000 to $8,400, that's double. Okay, so I know this says 10%, but if you measure from, late November 2022 to now, it's really almost doubled. That's crazy. That's a great result right there. Congrats to the seller on that one. Let us know what you're going to buy with your money. Signature Shots Jordan PSA 10, where Jordan autographs this basketball. It's a pop 11, $9,600 right there. So that's a used Toyota Tacoma, maybe depending on what state you live in. The insurance is going to kill you though. That I can speak to because I have, for those of you who don't know, I've bitched about this before. I have now 7 drivers on my insurance policy driving 7 vehicles. What kind of lunatic Catholic father has, 7 kids? So I've got my wife and then 5 kids that are driving. Hopefully they don't crash into anybody because that's only going to make the insurance worse. All right, 1998 Skybox Molten Metal. They threw the word supernatural in here. They weren't supposed to, but this is Jordan's Fusion, serial number to 250, and this BGS 8 sold for $11,400. I'm lucky to own a BGS 9 copy that I got from the famous Andy Albert of Indy B-Ball Exchange. Here is the BGS 8 that sold last night, $11,400. That is the second highest price that has ever been paid for this card, guys. That's a really big deal. Second highest price ever paid, up $4,000 almost, about 37 something from the last sale, up $7,000 from the sale before that, up $6,000 plus from the sale before that. So humongous sale last night on Fanatics Weekly number 139 for the Fusion. Those are serial number to 250. Those are cards you're going to find in tier 2 of the Cajun Cardboard Michael Jordan hierarchy, which you can find on the Cajun Cardboard channel. This very channel. If you want to buy a poster, it's in the YouTube description. I've sold 500 plus posters. I have 500 left. So get them while the getting's good. BGS 9, 86 Fleer True rookie card for Jordan sells for $11,700. That's a 15% eye appeal sticker. Very nice, very nice. Very nice, to quote Borat. Serial number to 5, 2018 Panini Flawless Prime Green Luka Doncic rookie patch auto. Is it me or does it seem like there's a billion different flawless parallels for Doncic's rookie year? Somebody who knows that stuff better than me, educate us. Give me a big juicy post with all of the different, because you got the vertical and you got the horizontal and you got the green, you got the ruby, you got the gold, you got the normal. Let us know how many are there really out there, Luka Doncic RPAs from Flawless. Like, I want to know, like, how many total are there, right? Include the 101s, include the 99s, the 10s, the 5s, the 25s, the 49s. I want to know, tell us the truth, how many of them are there out there? It seems like there's a lot of them out there. This one's raw, and from the old school, like NBA used to be with them. Now I think there's going to be an announcement coming today about CGC stepping in and handling the raw card certification. That's all I can share with you at this time. There will be more news on that. I think today's the day Fanatics Collect will announce a relationship with CGC to be their new raw card authenticator. No heat maps, which some of us have come to know and love, but just raw card authentication and putting it in this little sleeve. $12,000 for this Luka Doncic, by the way. Serial number 5. That's not a lot of those out there. Ultra Stars Gold, Kobe Bryant. Really thought this card would do better. I think I looked it up. Did I look it up? No, I didn't look it up. I think it did about what we expected. $12,000. This is only a pop 5. Again, those are 1 in 28,800 pack odds. Really cool Golden Balls cards. Tier 1 type stuff right here for Kobe, guys. And it is his second year card. $12,000 for that one. What about this, beautiful bronze retired porn star with a receding hairline, otherwise known as Nelly? No, not that Nelly, not Boom Boom Baby Down Your Street with the Gun or whatever that song was. Do y'all remember when Nelly was like the most popular rap artist in the world for like a couple of weeks? This is a different Nelly. This is Don Nelson, and he actually played the sport of basketball, although this picture would indicate he didn't know how. I think he's a Hall of Famer, and I'm not sure if he's a Hall of Famer for being a player or a coach. I think it's for being a coach. But I know this. He was mercurial, for lack of a better word. This is probably, I'm going to go out on a limb. What do you guys think? Do you think $15,600 is going to be the highest price ever paid for a Don Nelson card? This is his 1972 Topps Basketball PSA 10. I don't think it's even his rookie card. $15,600. Let's see if that's the all-time record. Let's just check in and see. All right, here we go. Moment of truth. Drum roll, please. Yes, it just edged out an October 2022 sale of $170. So the highest price ever paid. It is a what? Vintage people are going to love this. Pop 1. So you set collector jockeys, you PSA set registry jockeys out there who are fighting and moving and wrestling for position, somebody just took a huge step forward right here. They dropped 15 grand to do it, but they just took a huge jump in the 1972 basketball set registry competition. Congratulations to the buyer. Congratulations to the seller, more importantly. 1980 Topps basketball, Bird Magic. This PSA 9 eye appeal did $16,200. I did look that up. There it is right there. That's actually a really good sale. So this is a card that's up 12%. Now, we've seen this card when I say nosedive, guys, nosedive. This is a card that sold for $62,000 in bubble times, right? $62,000 at the height of the bubble. Over the last year, the card is flat. Over the last 6 months, it's moving, guys. Over the last 3 months, it's really moving. It's up 30%. And again, last night's sale was an eye appeal sticker, which is going to make it a little bit extra special. But that is at least a good sign that the card's gone up a couple times in a row. So that is the next best thing to paying $250,000 if you want the PSA 10 copy. An old label, really off-center Jordan PSA 9 does $17,400 from the 86 Fleer number 57. 2003 Topps Chrome LeBron James Black Refractor PSA 9. Those were serial numbered to 500 with the great Ben Wallace in the foreground. That card did $21,000, which you're just going to have to trust me is about what we expected. And here we are, guys, at the top three. This is it. These are the top three. Jordan, and Steph. And wouldn't you know it, the star card sneaks its way into the top three again, you star-loving bastards. I'm just kidding. We're going to look at that card. Don't worry. We're going to look at the price. We're going to see what that card did. Stay tuned. First, let's look at this monster right here. This is the 2002 Finest Gold Refractor, serial number to 25, BGS 9. It is a Pop 2 with only 9 graded higher. I say only 9 graded higher. That's a lot more higher graded than BGS 9, so I probably shouldn't say only 9. Here's the card. That's what it looks like. This is Jordan's, obviously it's Wizards because it's from 2002. So 10 for centering, 8.5 for surface. That's a bummer. Let's check it out. I think that's the highest price ever paid for this card. Before this, the highest price ever paid was in 2016, $1,261. If the 9.5 was worth $1,261 in 2016 and the 9 sold last night for $30,000, I'm going to guess the BGS 9.5 would do pretty damn well in today's market. Don't you think? I do think. So that's a humongous sale last night. What is that, 23x? I don't know. Somebody do the math at home. All-time record, ring the bell. That monster Jordan right there just went bonkers. All right, we've got a BGS 7.5. It's got a 7 for centering, so that's what the star jockeys are going to use for an excuse for why this sale was bad. It sold for $34,800 last night as a BGS 7.5. There is a sample card. That's not the same one that sold last night. Here's the card last night. It sold for $34,800, down $11,200 from the last sale, which was up $30,000. It was up 200% from 2024. And so for those of us out there that have been screaming, very important card, crucial card. XRC, RC, first Jordan license card, call it whatever the hell you want. It doesn't matter to me. I don't care what you want to call this card. This card has tremendous relevance and tremendous meaning in the Jordan market, but the one thing that I have to put my foot down on is when a card goes up 200, 300, 400% in a short time period, there is something wicked this way coming for you. And that's what's apparently started to happen here. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe the next one will bounce back to 46,000. Maybe it'll run to 60,000. I don't know. But the good news is you're going to get another one of these on Monday. And the other good news is there's about 40 of these for sale right now. If you go look at eBay, you go look at Golden, you go look at Fanatics, you go look wherever you want to look, they're being sold everywhere. And that's the problem. And it's the exact same problem that we had with the 86 Fleer when it went from 40,000 to 800,000 in the same kind of time period. It was chaos. It was inorganic. It didn't make sense. And no, you can't compare your card and say it's rare because there's fewer of these than the 86 Fleer. Because if 86 Fleer is the standard, then every card is rare because it's the most graded card in the history of the world. But guess what? The demand for the 86 Fleer is 100x the star card. So it's supply and it's demand. So we can't use the word rare. We got to stop using the word rare. Let's just see what happens. This is just one sale, just like these were just one sale. The card ran again, and this is just in the last 6 months, from 15,000 all the way up to 46,000. That is a basically 3 for 1. That is 3 for 1 kind of deal. So that's going to flush out a lot of people who don't love the card, who don't make content about how much they love star cards, who don't know the story. They just happen to own the card because it was a very important Jordan card, and they like $40,000 more than they like the basketball card. That's really all this is some people out there are going to rather have a 5 Series BMW than a star PSA 7 or a star BGS 7.5. It's just a fact of the matter, and that same, kind of logic will apply to every card in the world. It's not just star cards. It's not just this card. It's going to apply to every star, every card that's out there. Some people, when a card goes up 200, 300%, they're going to go buy a freaking Maserati. It's just the way it is, man. It's not, I didn't make the rules. That's just the way it is. Don't hate the player, hate the game. All right, and then number 1, and it's not even a close number 1, it more than doubled the nearest competitor, which was the Star and which was the MJ, is the baby-faced Topps Chrome Steph Curry Refractor. These were serial number to 500. This is a PSA 10. It sold for $72,000 last night. Steph Curry cards have taken a little bit of a beating. This is a great sign. This is a great sign. Now look, I've got 2 years on here. It's down 14%. I want to go back to 1 year because there you go. Now we're flat. So the Steph Curry Chrome Refractor, this is a big card, guys. It popped 29. You would think, it's not like Victor Wembanyama. It's not an 80% gem rate. What's the gem rate? 24%, okay? So there's 29 PSA 10s out there. Last night was a good sale. It was up $4,000 from the last sale, but more importantly, the card's holding its head, as I like to say. The card's showing resistance and resilience. Of course, it helped that this dude put on a superhero cape and won a gold medal for the United States in one of the most preposterous, really 2 games in a row, but really at the end of the game in the gold medal game was one of the most preposterous things I've ever seen on a basketball court, and I'm old as hell, and I've been watching a lot of basketball, more than most of the people that are watching this video, trust me. I may not know more, but I've watched a lot of basketball over my life, and that performance in that gold medal game solidified him as a legend forever. That is the type of video footage that is going to be shared over and over and over. Certainly at every single Olympics, it's going to be talked about. So that's it last night, guys. $72,000 for that Steph Curry, which is up $4,000 from the last sale. Congrats to the seller. Congrats to the buyer. It's a big boy card right there for Steph Curry collectors. The top 10 in order, we've got the Star. We've got the Steph Curry Chrome Refractor. We've got the Star 7.5. Let's keep an eye on it. One comp does not a story tell, as Yoda would say. One comp does not a story tell. So this 7.5, we're going to see where the next 7.5 sells. We're going to see where a lot of 8s and 8.5s, and then, another defense that star jockeys are going to have is that, well, it's not a PSA, it's a BGS. Well, okay, fine. But let's just keep an eye on it. We looked at some other PSA 8 stars, and those also went down. So not a great week on Fanatics Collect for Star, but again, it was a very small sample size. And by the way, I don't think I looked up the Court Kings 5x7. That card might have gone up for all I know. I don't know. I looked up half of the cards. You can't ask me to look up every single card, and I'm sick of looking up Victor Wembanyama cards, but I'll keep doing it because you guys apparently want me to keep doing that. So Steph, Jordan, LeBron, Jordan, Bird, Magic, Doc. What? Kobe, Luka Doncic, Jordan. So there you go. That's your top 12 right there, guys. As always, I appreciate you guys watching. Sorry this one ran a little long, but there's a lot of stuff going on. I think I did win a couple of cards, a couple of low-end cards last night, so I don't think I got totally shut out. But I know last night on Sunday evening, I've got a little bit of cash in my Fanatics Collect account, so I was looking to make some moves and kind of upgrade my Jordan hierarchy stuff, not to talk too much about me. And I just kept getting, you've been outbid. I kept getting email after email. You've been outbid. And I think I got 14, 15, 16 of them in a row in about a 3-hour time span. And I was like, well, I ain't chasing those things. And so I know a lot of cards outside of the top 48 must have broken records for me because I bid very aggressively on those Jordan cards. So, I wish that, again, I can't look at all the Jordan cards, but I'll tell you right now, the cards in the top 48, we didn't see anything insane except porn star Don Nelson. But the stuff 48 and below that was Jordan, I know this, it did really well because I lost them all. And a lot of those cards I needed to upgrade. And I'm not talking about PSA 10s. I'm talking about 9s. I'm talking about BGS 9.5s and PSA 9s, PSA 8s as well. So a lot of those cards I was trying to pick up, I got it handed to me on all of that stuff. So my guess is if you guys were looking at those cards as well, either congrats, you beat me, or you got your ass kicked just like I did, 48 and below, especially on the Jordan stuff. So again, remember, 48 cards doesn't tell the whole story. One comp doesn't tell the whole story. Hell, there's a chance, and I'm going to get some data for you guys, and we're going to share this because anytime cards break records, what do you hear from the people that didn't win the cards? Oh, it was shilled. Oh, they didn't pay it. Oh, half of that is fake. Oh, Fanatics is shilling their cards. Golden's shilling their cards. Probstein's shilling his cards with no evidence whatsoever. And I'm not saying shilling doesn't happen, but I'm going to get you some information. We're going to get you some very precise data today. I've got it on my calendar. I'm reaching out to my people at Fanatics Collect, and we're going to give you data on just how many of the listed auction sales, and we're going to talk about cards that are, over $1,000 don't get paid. I want to share that information with you, and I was curious because I was talking about it with another collector friend of mine, and it was like, well, all that stuff's being shilled. And I'm like, dude, what are you talking about? That doesn't help anybody. Fanatics Collect doesn't get to make any money if a card doesn't get paid. The seller doesn't make any money. If the seller's card's not getting paid, they're going to go use another auction house. So there's no incentive for Fanatics Collect or Golden or any of these people to jump in, lie, commit fraud, shill their cards up with Golden, shilling with Golden money, Fanatics shilling with Michael Rubin money, Probstein shilling with Probstein money, and they're going to get caught holding the bag. So none of that really makes a lot of sense. Now, protecting your card prices, that's a whole nother deal. We'll talk about that on another video. Protecting your investment is a whole different deal. Whether that's shilling or not, or whether that's moral and ethical is a whole nother story. I'm digressing. Guys, have a great week in and out of the hobby. If you can, look at the different ways that you can support the Cajun Cardboard channel in the YouTube description to this video. Again, the easiest probably way to do that is if you like these videos, if you're listing your cards on Fanatics Collect, it's one more step. You can go attach the promo code Cajun, all capital letters, right now to cards that are already in your Fanatics vault if you intend to sell them. You can literally click into the card and change the promo code and add it in there, and a little piece of Fanatics money. Wouldn't you rather give your money to some poor guy with 7 car insurance premiums in Baton Rouge, Louisiana than Michael Rubin? I'm probably going to get fired for that and no longer be an affiliate partner, but you get my drift. It's no skin off your back. It doesn't cost you any money. I am working on a way that the promo code can get you guys a higher net. I'm working on that. Stay with me. Put in the comments if that matters. I am haggling. Even if it's a 1% bump, I am trying to get an incentive from Fanatics Collect for all of the great people that watch the channel, and the channel's growing fast, to maybe get a little bit higher of a net if they use the promo code Cajun. No luck yet. Again, I'm a very small, I would say small fish, but I'm really like a Nutra rat. That's a little creature that runs around in the gutters and the swamps down here in Louisiana. I'm like a Nutra rat amongst the content creators out there because I've got a very small, loyal following and a very small, loyal group of you folks that watch the channel. So I don't exactly carry a big stick. Thank you guys for watching. Keep collecting. Stay positive in the hobby. Have a great week in and out of the hobby. Peace.